بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. This is Dr. Tareq Rasheed. We are in a spirit of happiness. Today we will share together the stories of successful people. How do they act? So in order to learn from them, to learn that always, whenever you insist on doing something, for sure you will achieve it. Today we are going to talk to you deeply from the inner voice. You have to really listen to your inner voice. So if you don't add something to your life, if you don't add something to your society, to your culture, to your nation, you will never feel that you are happy. Always happiness is in giving, adding value wherever you are. We will share some of the stories of modern people who suffered a lot, then they achieved something. Let's start with the story of someone called Ali Hafiz. Ali Hafiz is a farmer who used to live in Baghdad, Iraq. Ali was a very successful farmer. He always have such fruits and vegetables and always import this to Europe. And he is very, very rich. And there was always a man who came to Ali and took all these production from the farm and take these to Europe, to London, to Paris, and so on. One day, this man told Ali the following: "Hey Ali, I see that you are always tired and you always do a lots of job and you do farming and here. Why don't you try to look for the diamonds?" Ali have never seen or heard about what diamond. So he asked him, "What is diamond?" He told him, "So diamond is the most expensive metal on earth," and so on. And then Ali started reading about what is diamond and actually the idea of the diamond, and getting attached to this idea, he decided one night to this farm. He sold this farm to another farmer. Then he started with all the money that he has, his trip searching for diamond all over the world. After 20 years, he got broken, found nothing, and when he went back to his country, Baghdad, he felt high depression and he suicided. Wal-'iyadhu billah. Let's go back the 20 years after he sold to another farmer. That farmer continued to make production and fruits and vegetables. The same man coming from Britain, he came back to this man and told him, "Hey, do you know anything about Ali?" He said, "No, as I bought the farm from Ali, I've never heard about Ali." "And you, what are your news?" He said, "Well, good news. By coincidence, I found here a well of diamonds in the farm." And by the way, this is a true story. "You found a well of diamond?" "Yeah, I did." What is the lesson learned from this actual story? Don't look outside and you start searching for the external diamond. Here is your diamond. Here you have lots of wealth. Can you discover yourself and listen deeply to your inner voice? The wealth is here. Let's share with you some of the successful stories of modern people in the modern life that achieved something. Let's start with the story of a man called, you know it for sure, Walt Disney. Walt Disney used to be a newspaper, working in a newspaper, and the newspaper told him, "Well, Walt, you are always very traditional, you are not creative, sorry, we cannot continue working with you, so you have to resign and leave this journal." And after this, the success of Walt Disney. You know Walt Disney in Orlando, Florida, in the United States. But Bill Gates has always listened to his inner voice. I have to add something to the world. And you know what was his dream? The dream of Walt Disney: make people happy. He looked for the happiness, how to add value for people. He believed in himself. He did not just resign and just give up. No, he insisted, and he will build the whole well-known game city, which is the city of Walt Disney. So this is a story how when you are rejected by others, just insist. For sure, you have inner voice and inner diamond, but you have to search, to desire, to always charge your desire in order to achieve. Let me share with you also the well-known actor Sylvester Stallone, in the film of Rocky. But what was the previous job, if you know, for Sylvester Stallone? He was the cage cleaner in the zoo for the cage of lions. So he was just cleaning the cage of lions in the zoo. But he has some sort of inner voice. He was known that he loves sports, especially boxing. So he wrote a story of boxing, and then he went to several publishers. But he insisted that, please allow me to be the actor. And most publishing companies said, no, we cannot. You don't have any skills. We cannot believe in you. So he insisted, and he went from one publisher to another publisher until finally one of the publishers said, well, I will let you be the actor, but I'll just pay some dollars. It's just penny dollars. So he agreed because he has a dream. And when he do the film of Rocky, the whole wealth came. There's another story of just a man sitting in the cage for taking care of the lion, but inside there is a voice, I have to do it. Let's share another very important story of Bill Gates. You know Bill Gates of the modern Microsoft. Bill Gates was an ordinary man, but as a child he has always a dream. And the computer by that time was still emerging the market. And he sat and said to himself, can I let the computer enter each house in the world? And actually it entered each pocket in the world. But in his book, which is Emperor of Microsoft, he wrote the following: it's not your fault to be born poor, but sure it's your fault if you die poor. The first is not responsibility, the second is yours. If you feel that money is happiness, although you need money, but it's not happiness, but if you need it, you have to act. Believe in yourself. Whenever your inner voice is positive, something will be achieved. Let's go to the world of scientists. Let's see the story of Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison, he was a very ordinary student. And actually, the math teacher accused him of being the most stupid boy in the class. And by the way, Thomas Edison, he lost his father, but his mother took care of him. And during the classes, he was very lazy. He does not attract any attention. And then the headmaster of the school decided that Thomas has to leave. It's no use to continue teaching this boy. So they wrote a letter to his mother. Your son, Thomas Edison, is very weak, does not have any skill. We cannot allow him to continue in this school. So please keep him at home. And they closed the envelope with this letter and gave it to Thomas Edison to present to his mother. When he went to his mother, she opened the letter and started crying and reading the following: your son Thomas is a very, very clever boy. And because our school is very limited in resources, in order not to prevent him of forming something, because he is very intelligent, we encourage that you take him to another school. And then the success story started. Thomas Edison, one of the best inventors in the modern world, the electrical bulb is the invention of Thomas Edison. So the mother believed in her son. In the city of happiness, you need the help of the mother, the parents, the teachers. But always insist, inner voice. Don't listen to the outer voice. You will never proceed in life. Your inner voice is the most credible voice you will hear in the world. All other voices just speaking their experience in life. Don't believe except your voice, your inner voice, for sure you will achieve. This is Thomas Edison. You know, in Guinness record, there are 1,000 new invention in the name of Thomas Edison. One of them is the electric bulb. But again, you know how many trials Thomas Edison tried in order to achieve this electric bulb? According to the history and according to the references, 1,000 trial, which means 999 failure. But he wrote the following: I learned 999 lessons to achieve the electric bulb. But do you know that the story of the electric bulb, how was the lighting coming? It's in Surah An-Nur in Al-Quran. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. المصباح في زجاجة الزجاجة كأنها كوكب دري يوقد من شجرة مباركة زيتونة لا شرقية ولا غربية. Our Holy Quran has lots of clues, has lots of scientific, all science, all what you need to succeed in life is in our Holy Quran. All laws in medicine, in engineering, in psychology, in military, in relations, it's in the Holy Quran. Let's get back to our Holy Quran and discover the secrets of success. For sure we will achieve. Thomas Edison. Let's go again to another, the Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein is a Nobel Prize, one who got the Nobel Prize because of the physics. He discovered what we call the relativity theory, and he relates the mass to energy. It's not our story here to discuss what is physics, but Albert Einstein spoke at the age of 4. So they thought that he is deaf and cannot speak. At the age of 4, he starts speaking. At the age of 7, he starts learning. And then the invention of the relativity theory, in which all the world is stuck to all physics and modern physics, and the quantum physics is within this theory. He believed that he can do something. And when they found how much the brain of Einstein, they were surprised that Einstein used around 5 to 6% of his mind. Of course, you cannot use more than this because the mind has to do other issues rather than just thinking. But we have تأملوا لأولي الألباب لقوم يعقلون. So also if we share the success of the man who invented the iPhone, which is Steve Jobs. He started his life actually in Apple as an ordinary employee. Even at a certain level, they told him to resign because no use of being there doing nothing. And then when he get back and invented the telephone that already you have, success story. So what is the equation of success in the city of happiness? All those people that we have just mentioned to help you act from your inner environment is the equation is called TEFCAS. T-E-F-C-A-S. This is the equation of success. What is T? You start anything in life by trial. So don't fear trial, just try it. Trial. Once the trial is done, it has become the E, it's an event. This event will give you the F, feedback. So you give a feedback, you review. Then the C, check. Check against a certain criteria for proceeding. Then A, adjust. Trial, event, feedback, check, adjust. And just we mentioned that Thomas Edison adjusted 999 times. Then what do you think S is? The formula is TEFCAS. T-E-F-C-A-S. Trial, event, feedback, check, adjust, for sure, success. This is the way how people lived happily and added value. They believed in always trying. Even you have to give it a try. Don't just sit there without any direction, just sitting that I cannot add value. You are a valuable inner diamond. Can you invest in this wealth that you have inside? You will feel happiness for sure, but you are responsible for your happiness. Don't wait others. Don't listen to outer voice. The inner voice is always believe it. And I always say the following: believe in your heart, then the mind will do it. So always قلوب يفقهون بها استفتي قلبك وإن أفتوك. Always listen to your heart. It always tells you the truth. even if all others tell you no, you cannot, you for sure can, but you decide to move in this life. Now, we will share with you some statistics, and these statistics are actually very informative about what's going in the life of success people. And in the second episode, we will share with you this statistics, and from these statistics, we will share with you how to start moving in the city of happiness with the spirit of happiness. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.